We've talked about the standard Plan G. There's also a high deductible Plan G. I'm not recommending it. I'm just going to describe it to you just for the sake of completeness. Currently, the high deductible, which really isn't that high, you're going to laugh at this, and it's really not a deductible, is $2,870. Now, that number, well, that will decrease your premiums also a lot. I always use the example of, for benchmark, of a male non-tobacco user in Texas turning 65. These are made up numbers, but you can kind of see. You may come in at about $160 a month. Now you're going to add that to the 185 up here. You keep paying your Part B premium, and then you pay this to the government, you pay this to the insurance carrier. Every year it's going to go up. 66, 67, 68, 69. By 69, you're probably looking at $200. For ladies, it's going to be a little bit less. Get a better deal. And it just keeps going up. By the time that I talk to people that are in their 80s, and they may be paying $300, $400 a month, but they're not complaining because they're using it more. My mother just turned 80 years old. She has a Medicare supplement. You couldn't get her to give up that supplement. Anything. I don't care what you offer her over here. She isn't turning loose of her supplement because she can go to this doctor and this doctor and this doctor and make her own appointments, and it's worth it to her. Whatever she's paying is worth it to her. And I talk to caregivers a lot of times, and they'll be like, whatever mom and dad had, that's what I want. Because when dad died, everything was covered. And if you knew how much that he was in the hospital the last 4 months of his life, $400 a month was like, nah, that was the best deal ever. So you get what you pay for, but you don't want these rates to escalate and get out of hand. So you really need to consider the stability of rates, not the teaser rate, but stability of rates over time. These are also guaranteed renewable. So as long as you pay your premium, they can't deny you coverage. They're not going to go up because you have a claim. It's not like you get a traffic ticket or an accident and then your car insurance goes up. You can have claims on it. It's all driven by your age and where you live. And as long as you pay your premiums, you can keep it, even if you were to develop cancer. And even if you have cancer during the 6-month period, we can get you on a supplement. Done it before. I had a friend in Central Texas that called me up and said, my sister's moving here from California. She's turning 65. She's got a diagnosis of cancer. She's coming here for medical treatment. That happens all the time. And can you help her? I said, yeah, sure can. Put her on a supplement. I kept up with her it's been well over a year now. And after about a year of treatments, she called me and she said, Rodney, I want you to know everything that you told me was true. Put her on a Plan G. She said, I paid a $240 deductible the first time I went to the doctor. That was what it was last year. I've had chemotherapy. I've had radiation. I've been back to the oncologist time and time again, and they've never asked me for another dime. That's powerful. That's why we do this. Yeah. They can be for some carriers. That particularly comes into play when you're having to go through underwriting. Okay, my inclination would be I would not want to deal with that. This is our level 1 plan, our level 2 plan, our level 3 plan. It's like, all right, you guys are playing actuarial games with me now. I would want to go with a carrier that just says, hey, come on, we're going to take care of you. Don't worry about it. And I don't want surprises down the road. I want to know it's rock solid. Okay, so this high deductible is going to reduce the premiums dramatically. It's going to bring these premiums down from about $160 to probably $60 or $70 a month. I would not find that appealing though, because all this stuff goes up over time. So 10, 15 years from now, I don't know what this high deductible is going to be. What I do know is that my healthcare needs are going to be greater 10 or 15 years down the road, and I don't want to have to meet a high deductible every year before my supplement kicks in. There's one carrier that has a hybrid version of this. I really like this. In fact, this is what I will do personally. What I will do is what my wife will do. If you can take the high deductible for the first 3 calendar years, they'll give you a discounted premium for life. I like that. They'll probably knock off, it's somewhere around $30 a month. But hey, you live another 10 or 15 years, that's a lot of money. If there's 2 of you, that's a whole lot of money. I'm playing the long game. So I like that. If I'm getting on to Medicare at 65, 66, 67, I'm in pretty good health. I don't go to the doctor all the time. I'm willing. I've got $3,000 in an emergency fund. I'm willing to take that risk. I had a guy did the same class down in Friendswood, And this was like the best lesson in all of this for me. This guy told me I'm turning 65 in a few months, and I can't wait because I'm gonna get hip replacement. I think I need my hip replacement. I've been waiting. So sure enough, a few months later, he calls me up and says, "Hey, I'm ready to get on Medicare. I want that hybrid plan you were telling me about." And I said, "I remember you telling me that you were your hip replacement. Why are you going to get the high deductible plan when you know you're about to go in and get hip replacement?" He said, "Oh, it's no problem." He said, I banked the $2,800. I got it. I got it right now. In fact, I banked it for next year too, just in case. But what I know, I got the money now. What I know is that my 75-year-old self is going to want to keep his monthly obligations as low as possible. You're smart. Good for you. Good for you. Made perfect sense. Turns out he didn't even have to have a hip replacement, so it worked out great for him all the way around. But he was really using his head as far as that goes. I like that. And they're pretty cool about it too. If you got onto the hybrid plan and then something happened and you're like, I'm just not comfortable with that, they would let you change to a standard. And they just do a good job of treating you like a human. And they would let you make one change and move without having to go through medical underwriting again. As long as you stay with
Medicare Plan